Hi, it's Deborah Roth here again at Spirited Musings and welcoming you to our third week of exploring the notion of personal freedom in this month of July 2012. This week we actually are also celebrating the new moon in Cancer, which is particularly near and dear to me because I am a Cancer. I was born on June 28th. And we kind of have a double whammy of energy, astrologically speaking, because the moon itself, which we celebrate as women, and I do in this space at Spirit of Musings, full moons, new moons, we celebrate the lunar cycle in many powerful ways. And the moon is the ruler of Cancer. So having the new moon in Cancer is kind of this double home-related, security-related energy that we can really wrap ourselves up in. And if we look at how we can blend the notion of personal freedom and independence, which has been our theme for this month of July, how does that fit in with the idea of home? What do I mean by the freedom of home? And I suspect you've got some ideas. For me, it really means looking at what home is for me, both internally and externally. I want to create a sacred space around me. In this case, you're in my office. I have all of my favorite things around here, from my fun little fairy picture behind me to plants and my favorite books. And if I did a scan of the office, you'd see all kinds of other magical little things that, for me, create this as both a work home, but also a spiritual home, which I like to think we can blend the two. I have another wonderful icon. She is called Venus Willendorf, and she was found 30,000 years ago in an archaeological site called Çatalhöyük in Europe. And they found hundreds of hers in hundreds of these images, small little sized ones. And they, at that point, finally figured out that she must have been some image of the Divine Mother. And often what I do in circles about mothering is I will invite women to visualize her climbing into her ample lap, nuzzling between her ample breasts, and coming home to a sense of nurturing and a sense of being well mothered. So there's a couple ideas. That the external piece, I love having Venus Willendorf sitting there and reminding me to nurture myself. I love being in a space that I nurture myself in other ways. I have my aromatherapy lamp here, if you can see it. I have my magical candle that reminds me of all of the things that I wished for myself this year. They're both sitting on my, if you can hear it, on my djembe. So that's my external home. Internally, I'd love for you to think about, what do you do to help yourself feel safe and secure, to create this space of home within? I'm kind of hugging myself here. And from that space, both internally and externally, creating this sense of security and home, we can then step out into the world feeling free to be fully ourselves, to be fully authentic, to take risks. And if we can create that sense both around us, surrounding us, with all the right people, with the right nurturing environment, and also within us, really tapping into our circle of one, the essence of who we truly are, we can step from that powerful place and feel free to manifest anything we want in any area of our lives. So that's what I mean by the freedom of home, the freedom to be able to be and do all that is the best of us, our authentic selves in the world, simply by starting from the foundational place of feeling safe and secure in our being. So I hope you play with that notion this month. Where do you find your freedom of home, both internally and externally? Hope you'll join us again next week.